3rd.
Winter storm system pushes in overnight, could make for some very tricky travel for tomorrow, but I'll have all the details you need to know up next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, Marquette residents look to limit ice operations in the county. We'll have the details from a meeting tonight. Plus, we have more details on the plan being unveiled by Michigan lawmakers meant to ease housing costs across the state. And applications are now open for a program offering big bucks to transform the Keweenaw with trails, history, and more. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Kelly, good evening. Everyone's wondering how bad this winter weather could be coming our way.
Yeah, we are checking up on this active winter storm, Kevin, that's happening right now. So we are going to start to see some snow pushing up into specifically Marquette County, but already seeing some snow pushing in down to Iron Mountain, Escanaba, all the way up through Baraga County. This is a line of snow at the moment, bringing it on in closer. You can see where some of that heavier snow is. So we're missing most of it, but don't be forgotten. It is on the way. Winter storm warning. We'll have some snow showers continuing throughout the overnight. It's going to make for a tricky morning commute, especially if you were trying to get out for your Ash Wednesday services. I'll have all the impacts, the details that you need to know in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. The Marquette County Commission held a public comment session tonight surrounding the issue of how to handle potential ice activities in Marquette County. Our own John Truitt attended this meeting and has the details.
During the public comment session of tonight's meeting, nearly 24 residents spoke in favor of a resolution by the County Commission to limit the county's cooperation with any future ice operations here. Tonight's outpouring of public comment is a continuation of comments made during the Commission's last meeting on February 3rd, where Commissioners Ahome and Newmanen proposed a resolution to hold ICE more accountable for their actions.
How Marquette County is going to deal with ICE when it comes to our community. Not if it comes, when it comes. And how are we going to proactively deal with that and prepare for it before they get here?
One by one, members of the standing room only crowd urged the commission to take action to stop ICE agents from wearing masks, adopt uniforms that identify themselves, and condemn what they feel is the illegal use of violence against citizens.
And if we don't act now, then it will be too late. How many of our own will be taken? How many of Gwynn? How many of Negaunee? How many of Marquette?
No action was taken during tonight's meeting. However, Board Chair Joe DeRocha did say the board will consider measures to avoid the violence seen in Minneapolis earlier this year, as long as those measures legally fall within the U.S. Constitution.
We need to see what are the parameters of our legal authority. I don't know, but we're going to find out, and we're going to develop a policy and some protocols that are within those parameters of our legal authority for Marquette County.
The commission will now look at what other communities have done, what works, and what is within the framework of the law. In Marquette, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
Tonight, the city of Marquette held their monthly meeting, this time with some extra concerns from a local business owner. Mayor Z. Dote's Pets and Garden Store on Division Street is looking to change the zoning laws in their area, looking for more outdoor storage for their products. They're currently in a corporate/residential zone and cannot build new storage structures due to the local laws.
They're requesting to rezone to general commercial because they have more outdoor storage needs than they can meet with the current zoning. In a mixed-use district like they're in, you can build a house, you could build a retail store, but you can't have an outdoor storage use.
We'll provide more updates on this story when they become available. A bipartisan group of lawmakers is rolling out a package of bills they say will address the rising cost of housing in Michigan. The plan would reduce zoning restrictions and cut regulatory costs for building new homes. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has more.
State lawmakers from both parties say Michigan is facing a housing crunch, and they blame a sharp drop in new construction and rising regulatory costs.
Back in 2005, there was about 54,000 single home family permits pulled in the state of Michigan. Last year, there was well under 16,000.
Representative Aragona says the numbers are alarming and prices have spiked.
In 2023, the average median home price was, I believe, around $350,000. Just a year later, it had already gone up $75,000.
The bipartisan bicameral package, co-sponsored by Democratic Representative Kristen Grant, aims to increase supply by making it easier to build. Lawmakers say there's an average of $94,000 in just fees and regulatory costs tied to each new home before construction even begins.
How do you actually build a home with material, pay people? It takes quite a bit of time to do that, and then still be profitable, but still also build an affordable home.
The bills would allow duplexes in certain single-family zones, cap minimum lot sizes, limit parking requirements, and decrease regulations on accessory dwelling units, often called mother-in-law suites. Aragona says the changes would benefit both dense cities and rural communities.
We have a bipartisan support, we have a bicameral support, but we don't have people that are only in densely populated areas. We have people from all around the state.
The bills are expected to be introduced in the House this week, with lawmakers hoping broad support will help push the package across the finish line before the end of the year. For Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
Visit Keweenaw has opened applications for its 2026 Destination Development Fund. The annual initiative aims to support local clubs looking to make an impact Keweenaw's continued visitor and residential growth through trail projects, historical displays, and downtown upgrades. The program will spread over $100,000 across the UP to up to $20,000 for each accepted application. This involves a one-to-one matching grant with a project completion goal of September 30th.
Funding is such a hard thing to come by, again, especially when you have volunteer groups. A lot of the newer applications we see are for sites who haven't applied for funding before. These projects are very impactful, especially for locals who get to enjoy them too, and visitors.
Applications are open through March 31st. We'll have more information online on our website. On campus of Bay College today, Bay's online learning department celebrated some of this year's achievements and successes. Our Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons has the details.
We're calling this our winter celebration, so we're celebrating all of our wins.
Bay's biggest recent win is its 100% adoption of a new primary learning management system called Blackboard Ultra.
We're using for our online courses, our hybrid courses, and even some of our traditional face-to-face courses are using Blackboard Ultra. It's really the top of the line learning management system, so we're happy to deliver that to our students. We've got a lot of positive feedback from both faculty and students.
The online learning department has also reached a decade of its open educational resources initiative, allowing students to more affordably access course materials, software, and textbooks.
Open educational resources reside in the Creative Commons. People can use them for free or very low cost. Over those 10 years, we've saved students over $3 million on textbook fees. They can be linked directly from Blackboard Ultra. Students can access them via a website or a PDF.
Tuesday's celebration coincided with the beginning of the Lunar New Year, so online learning sponsored an Asian food bar at lunchtime.
We're handing out red envelopes, which is a Lunar New Year inspired gift of gratitude. We're having people write little notes of gratitude and place them in the envelopes, give them to their friends, perhaps a teacher, even a staff member here at Bay to show their gratitude. It's also the beginning of Mardi Gras, so it's a great time for a party and celebrate our wins.
The department says between saving students much needed money, providing additional resources for them, and making education increasingly more accessible, the Bay College community has a lot to be proud of and thankful for.
We are a community college. We are here for our community, and we love doing events like this where we're giving back to our faculty, to our staff, to our students. It's a great way to show that we're a small community that really cares about everybody here.
Reporting in Escanaba, Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News.
Bay College is also working to meet critical needs in the field of healthcare. Today, the college's Allied Health Department hosted its 5th annual Career and College Fair. Students met with 25 UP and Northern Wisconsin employers, including OSF, Bishop Noah Home, and Bay Cliff Health Camp. Allied Health faculty says Bay's nursing programs prepare students for rewarding jobs and gives them an idea of what their careers could look like.
It exposes the students to a lot of hands-on opportunity in their skills labs, in our clinical sites, and allows them to sit for nursing boards within a 2.5-year time frame and get them out into the workforce as registered nurses.
Many students also applied for summer externships to keep their education going after the semester ends. Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast when we come back, and we take a look back at the life and legacy of Reverend Jesse Jackson, who died today at the age of 84. We'll be right back.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture. Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan. Instant games from the Michigan Lottery. With dozens of games to choose from and millions of dollars in prizes, it's instant fun for everyone. Multiply your fun with our newest games with 171 million in prizes.
Transform your bathroom with the beautiful quality of Bath Planet. As a trusted leader in bathroom renovation, Bath Planet has earned the Good Housekeeping seal, a symbol of quality and consumer confidence for over 100 years. Get half off installation or 18 months with no interest and no payments. Whether it's tub replacement, a shower replacement, or a tub-to-shower conversion, Bath Planet makes your custom bath fast, easy, and affordable. Here's how it works. Step 1. Call to schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. Step 2. Our design experts come to you with real samples to customize your dream bath. Step 3. Our certified installers complete the transformation in as little as 1 day. And right now, for a limited time, you can upgrade your bathroom for 50% off installation or choose 18 months with no interest and no payments. But you need to call now. This special offer is only available by calling 800-279-0308. That's 800-279-0308. 800-279-0308 now, before the offer ends.
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
I'm Drew Carey from The Price is Right here on TV 19.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back. We have some active weather that is going to impact your morning commute, and even if you're not headed out in the morning time, this is going to be an all-day type of situation we're dealing with, where travel in general is going to be very tricky. So this is the current system that, at least where the central portion of it, the low pressure system itself, it's still not over us, but we are getting the outer bands of it. And because the winds are starting to shift now, colder temperatures just from it being at night, most of what's happening in our area right now is snow, but there is some mixing that's going to be happening, especially into Wisconsin right now. We have the rain and the snow and the ice in between right here that will continue to push up, and you don't want to necessarily deal with a lot of ice rather than a lot of snow if we're just talking about having to drive in it. It's all impactful all the way around one way or another, but the pink areas that you see here is the winter storm warning, and the purple is a winter weather advisory. So there is a lot of different components with the system, as I talked about earlier, but we're still expecting that heavy and mixed precipitation, about 4 to 6 inches of snow, maybe up to 10. But again, the lower ends of those snow totals are because we could have some water and liquid component mixing in, and that's where you get the ice, where we could see up to about 1/10 of an inch, and that is enough to have your car sliding around. We may have some power outage issues if there's some higher ice accumulations, and the winds are still expected to be up to about 40 miles per hour, especially over the Keweenaw, and that's going to be blowing the snow around, reducing visibility. So you see all those components ultimately just work together to make your day a little more annoying, I guess, to drive through. But this is going to be the snow over the next few hours that pushes up into the Upper Peninsula. Some heavier pockets of snow too when it is moving, and the pink here is going to be where we see some ice. So especially out to Munising, this is an area, Manistee through Munising, where we could see a decent glazing of ice from the system, and with those slightly warmer temperatures hanging around just south of that, like places like Escanaba or Iron Mountain, where you see some of those green returns. That means that the air mass is going to be warm enough to support an ice and then cold enough to go right back to snow. So then once we get to Thursday, that's when the system starts to rotate over us in itself. But when you head out the doors tomorrow morning, you could be looking at anywhere from about a few tenths of an inch of snow, or maybe up to about 3 to 4 inches. It just depends on where you are. I would definitely say up towards the northwestern portions, you might see more than places like down to Menominee, but it really just depends where you get more snow rather than ice. But like I said, places like Escanaba through Manistee and Munising, you could see up to about 1/10 of an inch of ice, and that's going to be very dangerous for bridges, surfaces, trees, roads, tree limbs, and could be seeing some power outages. So not only driving, but be careful when you walk to your car. The sidewalks in front of your house might be slick, and the cold temperatures stay with us. We have some snow showers to contend with for the rest of the week, and we get a slight break of it for the weekend, but the cold air is here to stay. Winter is not going anywhere because the cold temperatures plummet all the way down to the teens for next Monday.
Good to know. Kelly, thank you again. Friends and colleagues of the late Reverend Jesse Jackson are vowing to keep hope alive. His family says he died peacefully this morning, surrounded by loved ones at the age of 84. Natalie Brand has a look at how the civil rights leader is being remembered.
Outside the Rainbow Push Coalition office in Chicago Tuesday, Carolyn Dunbar brought flowers to honor the late Reverend Jesse Jackson, saying the loss feels like family.
I'm going to miss him, everything that he stood for us as a people. My tears are real.
In New York, the Reverend Al Sharpton described him as a mentor.
So he made me believe even a kid on welfare in Brownsville, Brooklyn, could be somebody because of Jesse Jackson.
Jackson, a civil rights leader who marched alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., went on to found his own organizations committed to fighting for justice and equality for the underrepresented.
My constituency is the desperate, the damned, the disinherited.
In the 80s, Reverend Jackson ran for president twice. While he faced criticism in his first campaign for anti-Jewish comments, he's credited with expanding the Democratic coalition.
His presidential campaigns of 84 and 88 were influential in how he conducted a campaign to really bring people who were locked out and left out.
In a statement, former President Barack Obama called Jackson a true giant and said he laid the foundation for his own campaign.
President Trump paid tribute to Jackson in a social media post, calling him a good man with lots of personality, grit, and street smarts.
The flag was lowered to half-staff at the historic district building in Washington, D.C., where Jackson pushed for D.C. statehood. Despite declining health in recent years, Jackson continued to make public appearances, including at the 2024 Democratic National Convention, where he received a standing ovation.
The Rainbow Push Coalition says it will announce arrangements for celebration of life services, including public events. Michael Odlum has some sports highlights for us when we come back. Forest Park takes on Marquette in some boys basketball action. We're back in 2 minutes.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Even if you've tried before and were unsuccessful in getting rid of your timeshare, call today and see if we can help. We offer a complete 100% unconditional client satisfaction guarantee. Make this completely free call and learn how we can help you legally put an end to your timeshare nightmare once and for all. You have nothing to lose, so call right now to qualify and receive a free consultation. You can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, but you've got to call now. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and bookstores. We'll even promote your book.
Call 1-800-711-9637 or scan the QR code.
You know, Hard Rock is built on service, from that first cafe to hotels and casinos around the world. That's why on the Hard Rock Bet Casino app, service still comes first.
When you want to withdraw your money, it's secure. Get paid in 30 minutes or less.
When you need help, it's available 24/7. Real service, based right here in the U.S.
Hard Rock Bet Casino is here in Michigan. Roll with us.
New customers get up to $1,000 back in casino bonus plus 200 bonus spins.
Good evening, everyone. A good non-conference matchup on paper leads the boys basketball slate. Number 1 Forest Park from Division 4 met number 3 Marquette from the large school poll at NMU's Vanderbilt Arena. Forest Park started slowly in this contest, and it would pay just a little bit in the end. First quarter, Connor Firestein tips the rebound to Ford Richardson. He's off to the races. Richardson scored 6 of the first 10 Sentinels points and a 10-0 run to begin the game. The Trojans needed about 4 minutes to get going. Dax Hookey yo-yos his defender, then uses the screen, finds a path down the lane to lay it up, but Marquette leads 12-2. Good news for the Trojans. Hookey scored 10 points in his first 8 minutes. Bad news, he didn't get help from much from Marquette. That one rattles in, and it's 19-10 Marquette after 1 to the second. Forest Park's going to get going a little bit better as Hookey puts that one in right there. The Trojans certainly improved their play, but Ford Richardson's going to get the steal ahead to Connor Firestein for the layup. Back the other way for the Trojans, Isaiah Tarter to Vic Giuliani. He'll make a very nice lefty layup here to keep Forest Park in business. Isaiah Tarter will hit a three-pointer coming up next from Hookey. And Lyle Price drains a triple following that for Forest Park, but Marquette kept on scoring at a pretty good clip, leading 39-28 at the half. They go on to win 82-66. Good ball game down in Kingsford. Menominee wins the Great Northern Conference title 54-50 over the Flivers. Bessemer 20 better than Ewan Trout Creek. Ishpeming nips Calumet 40-39. Successful senior night for Iron Mountain down in Negaunee 46-28. It was a good night for Baraga defeating Chassel 66-31. Daniel Connor 31 points for the Vikings, goes over 1,000 for his career. Braden Larson had 20 for Chassel. Houghton 63, Jeffers 50. Josh Audio 22 for Ironwood in the win over Ontonagon. His teammate Nick Miskovich went over the 1,000 point mark in a win last night. It was Norway 82-35 over Superior Central. Elliot Kramer, Anthony Pineda combined for 42 for the Knights. Trenton Kramer had 22 points, 84-52 Nordics over Lotz. Kearney Nato in the win column, 75-54 over Lena. North Central 55, Munising 37. Bark River Harris a bucket better than Manistee, 65-63. Brimley downs Rudyard by 20, and it was St. Ignace over Engadine, 69-36. Back to Vanderbilt Arena, where the Marquette girls face Sault Ste. Marie for the second time in a week's time. Sentinels up 21-9 starting the third quarter. That's Piper Bell for the hoop and the harm. Nice pass by Maddie Darling. Another Bell basket, and all of a sudden it was 21-16. For the Sentinels, Lexi Curran is in the quarter. Addison Kramer gave her a nice pass. That's a three. Sentinels back up 8, 24-16. Avery Osborne will hit a tough shot near the hoop to make it 26-16 Marquette after 3. In the fourth, it was all Blue Devils, literally. Talia Pace steal, Annika Olszewski the layup, Sioux down 26-22. The Blue Devils take the lead on the basket here by Piper Bell. The Blue Devils scored the last 18 points of the game, 34-26. Marquette scored just 5 points in the second half. To the numbers here, Janessa Eagle, 10 3-pointers and a total of 46. Ishpeming easily over Manistee. Maya Hemmer also had 22 for the Hematites. Westwood 58-52 over West Iron County. Norway by 23 over Superior Central. Negaunee had 4 players in double figures. Downing Jeffers 59-31. It was Wakefield Marinesco easily over Watersmeet. Ewan Trout Creek the same with Bessemer. Big Bay to knock 49, Stevenson 31. And Menominee over Escanaba 54-32. And Gwynn, a winner over Iron Mountain 31-18. Hockey playoffs underway in the state. Kingsford blanks Manistee 2-0. Kingsford will visit Marquette on Friday. And it was the Sioux 5, Negaunee 2. The Sioux will visit Escanaba on Friday as well. The Upper Peninsula High School bowling regular season came to a close Saturday in Ishpeming with the team finals. Westwood's Olivia Letson ended up with a 4-7-10 split on this bowl. She was second in the UP individual finals a couple weeks ago in Menominee. Next to her, UP individual champion Sarah Harvey of Ishpeming Negaunee. Each team bowled 8 Baker games and 2 individual games. Then they were divided into match play, and match play was the best 3 out of 5 Baker games. For the girls, Westwood was the team champion. Barry Ray is the Patriots coach. Westwood defeated Marquette in a semifinal and beat Iron Mountain in the final 3-0, 480-353. And for the dream team for the bowlers, it's Sarah Harvey of Ishpeming Negaunee, Avery Vile of Westwood, Hayden Shetter of Marquette, Olivia Letson of the Patriots, and her teammate Faya Bjork. UP boys bowling finals also took place in the afternoon at River Rock Lanes in Ishpeming. I'm sure those balls, though, were hands off to everybody. UP individual champ Killian Ryan, no trouble with the 4-10 split. One of the better conversions I've had on camera in my career. The runner-up in the UP boys individual championship in Iron Mountain a couple of weeks ago, Camden Grover of Westwood, gets that one on the Brooklyn side. Not a problem if they all fall down. Iron Mountain was number 3 seed going into the semifinals, but the Mountaineers upended second seed Ishpeming Negaunee 3-0 in the semi. Then Iron Mountain defeated top seeded Westwood 3-0 in the final, 525-440. The Mountaineers are coached by Kevin Hansen on the left and Pete Tomasoni on the right. And the dream teamers for the boys, Killian Ryan of Ishpeming Negaunee, Jeremiah Tobias of Westwood, his teammate Roman Uhas, Daniel Grand Prix of Marquette, and Johnny Justula of Westwood. UP skiing championships took place yesterday at Mont Ripley in Houghton County. Marquette won the boys' title with Ironwood, Houghton, and Norway next. Connor Henry won both races for the Sentinels. And your UP boys skiing first team, Ben Kuhl of Marquette, Connor Henry of the Sentinels, along with Brady Audette and Logan Holm of Ironwood. For the girls' title, it was Marquette with Norway second, then it was Ironwood Houghton. Marquette's Sydney Kuhl won the giant slalom, Stella DeLynn took the slalom. And on the first team for the girls, all from Marquette, Sydney Kuhl, Stella DeLynn, Sophie Coxon, and Madeline Croney. Big Ten men's basketball tonight. Michigan at Purdue, top-ranked Michigan, I should say, at number 7 Purdue, and a good start for the Wolverines. Aiden Mara, the alley-oop from Elliot Cadeau. The Boilermakers held in there for a little while. Trey Kaufman ran with the driving layup. He had 27 points to lead everybody, but Michigan dominated the rest of the first half. Will Cheddar for 3 in the corner, 26-11 Wolverines, and Wolverines had 6 in double figures to win 91-80. Michigan will meet third-ranked Duke Saturday in Washington, D.C. How about Michigan State and UCLA? Michigan State lost 3 of its last 4 games entering this contest. Not a problem tonight. Jeremy Fears Jr., a double-double of 16 points and 10 assists. Cohen Carr had 16. Spartans go on to win this one 82-59, and we will be right back.
Optimize your home with Maytag and Whirlpool appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Maytag and Whirlpool offer best-in-class warranties on durable, state-of-the-art appliances, perfect for your laundry room or kitchen. Available in stock or online, plus free delivery and 0% financing.
Look at this! Yeah! Anderson Paak is a party on legs. Y'all, he told his spirit tunnel up.
I just blacked out. I didn't know what happened.
Then sisters helping their city.
And ain't no turning back for us.
And we want to help them on J-Hood.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 4 on WZMQ CBS. Followed by The Kelly Clarkson Show at 5 and 19 News at 6.
Live outside Marquette County? Recycle 906 is worth the drive. We accept cans, cardboard, plastics, and more. Bring it in. Keep the Upper Peninsula clean. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
I'm Sophia Murphy at the Capitol in Lansing, only on WZMQ 19 News.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Here's a deal you won't want to miss. For a limited time, when you buy 3 windows or doors, you'll get 1 free at the Window Store. You heard that right. Buy 3, get 1 free. Don't wait. Offer runs from February 2nd to February 27th. Give your home a fresh new look with our energy-efficient windows and stylish doors. Call today and start transforming your home with the Windows Store. Quality windows, doors, and unbeatable savings only at the Window Store.
And a final check of your forecast as you prepare to head out the doors tomorrow morning. You just need to leave extra time, whether it's to clear the snow off of your windshield or maybe to get some of the ice out of the way and just to drive slower in general. We're not seeing the snow just yet as we look at our 19 News downtown Marquette sky cam. And as we look at the radar, we are seeing that snow across most of the Upper Peninsula all the way from Houghton County through Delta County. And that line of snow will move into Marquette County within the next few hours. A winter storm warning and a winter weather advisory will impact the entire area with snow, wind, and ice, all making for very difficult and maybe even dangerous travel at times. You have to watch out for the ice, especially out towards Munising and Manistee. Very slick and icy roadways. The snow quickly changes from scattered to widespread for Marquette, Escanaba, and Houghton counties within the next hour or so. So please, please, please be careful walking to your car and driving for your Ash Wednesday.
Will do. Thank you very much, Kelly. Mike, you got anything else for us tonight?
By golly, we do. Surprise. Oh, what a surprise, right? In Big Ten men's basketball, it was Ohio State over Wisconsin 86-69. Community college basketball, Bay College is supposed to play Kirkland Community College tomorrow. That has been pushed back to Thursday due to the incoming snowstorm. And don't forget, Michigan Tech at NMU. That is Thursday already, starting at 5:30 with the women's game. And that should be a good one. Can't tell what, throw off the records. Might as well just say the phrase, throw off the records when it comes to Michigan Tech and NMU basketball.
All right, sounds good. Mike, thank you again, and thank you all for watching. We'll catch you back here tomorrow at 6/5 Central. See you then.
One out of 8 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. And the chances are you know at least one person who's been personally affected. But right now, you can help. It's simple. Donate your unwanted vehicle, RV, or trailer to the United Breast Cancer Foundation. Not only will you be helping, but you'll also receive a tax deduction. If you have any questions,